anybody who's fresh, like out of beauty school, you think, well, I don't like to sell. You're not selling.
You're not.
Because you're using the product. As you're using the product, you're literally telling them, this is what I'm using because of this. And this is what you need to for your hair to stay the same way.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
How much is it? Here you go. You have it right there.
That's all there is to it. And, you're not selling them anything. No. It's a continuation of the service you just provided.
People don't realize when, there's people who might say, well, it's cheaper here or whatever the case might be, right?
I get it.
But one of the things that they don't see and they don't realize is you don't have to buy furniture. You're not paying for water, electricity, Wi-Fi. Like, you're not paying any of that. You're literally just bringing your tools into Sola. You get $400 of free product. You get 4 weeks of free rent. Like, it
almost sounds like I trained you well.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Beauty Bound Season 5. My name is Crystal Rubio. I am the owner of Beauty Pro Bookkeeping. And you can follow me on beautyprobookkeeping.com or Instagram. And today I have a very special guest who I have been begging to be on the podcast for a little bit over a year. And you guys always hear me talk about him. You guys always hear me talk about Sola. So I have with me Scott, owner of Sola San Antonio, 3 locations. So I'm very excited that you're here. Thank you for agreeing because I know this is not your thing at all.
I'm flattered, but no, it's not.
Yeah, so I'm very grateful that you decided to say yes. And so I want you to introduce yourself a little bit, kind of tell us a little bit of what started you on this Sola road.
Okay. So my name is Scott Halpern, and we started, Sola is a franchise, and there are 750-something locations nationwide, over 23,000 occupants. Been around for 20 plus years, so this is not a startup or a fly-by-nighter. Sola has, like any franchisor, they kind of have rules and design elements, and they just have a program that they really do want you to follow, which is not always part of my nature, but in this case, it has worked out well. And so my brother, who's in the real estate business in Memphis, Tennessee, he actually found the concept of Sola.
No way.
So he had a guy call him about some space that they have in Alabama. And so my brother being my brother, he kind of wanted to know why this guy was interested in space. And of course the guy was like, well, does it matter? And my brother said, only if you want me to answer any of your questions.
Oh, dang.
Outside of that, no. But he's been in the commercial real estate business for over 50 years.
Dang.
So he knows a little something about, space and leasing and building out, et cetera, et cetera. So the guy told him why he wanted space. My brother did some research, and he's in the real estate business, right? And ultimately, that's what I am. I'm in the real estate business. At the time, what I didn't know is that it really is different than just leasing space and having occupants or tenants or whatever. There is a personal element to all of this. It has been my experience that salon professionals, they like to be spoken to and they like to be heard, especially the heard part, and which is fine. And but this was almost 11 years ago, actually.
Oh, dang.
So, it's a little over 11 years. Go ahead.
So did you started Sola, because I know you're also in another state, correct?
Right. So you can call it a family business. My sister operates a Sola salon, St. Louis.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we've got locations, in both cities, and we were kind of, in the very beginning, we were under construction at about the same time.
Oh, wow.
So our timelines pretty much coincide.
Yeah. So now that, because you have the 3 locations here that I always talk about the 3 locations. I feel like each location has something special. One of the biggest things when I first came to San Antonio and I contacted you, that I always say he never wanted to rent to me. because I had no clientele, which is understandable. Like he wasn't even trying to be a dick or anything. He was just literally like, how do you suppose you're going to do this with no clientele?
Well, the truth is, I mean, clearly I lost that battle. I don't think I've ever won any kind of battle with you. But my point is, typically, really what it boils down to is I don't lease just anybody that walks through the door because, there's a certain level of professionalism, et cetera, that I expect because, your neighbors are paying to be there also.
Yeah.
And to have to deal with, kids screaming and yelling in the hallways and throwing, footballs or sticking gum on the wall or whatever. We really just can't have that. And it's a matter of respect to your neighbors, et cetera. There's a bit of a war cry inside SOLA, and it's common courtesy and mutual respect.
Yeah.
And I really do hold people to that. Yes. And there's a lot of choices, and I know better than most how many choices are out there.
Yeah.
Because, like I say, I started about 11 years ago, and I know how many facilities like SOLA were around then, and I definitely know maybe even better how many are around today.
Yeah.
And it's never ending. I mean, the market is, I don't want to say oversaturated, but boy, there's a lot of choices, and I get it. And, I think that we do offer some unique things. The principle of SOLA in the beginning when I started was, we offer fully furnished studios. And the philosophy is, folks can sign their lease, move in. All they need are their personal tools and their clientele, and they're good to go.
Yeah, turnkey ready.
And that's still what we do. Not every SOLA operator, or developer operates the same way. And I'm certainly different than some. And, I don't think anybody does more than I do. I know nobody does more than I do. Yeah. But, a lot of them do plenty, for sure.
I feel like one of the things for me that sold me about SOLA, and I told you before, and even when I went in to look at SOLA, I had seen other places. But the one thing that was different was you were the owner. You were there, not some manager. And now you do have somebody who does the tours. But even then, like back then, you were honest with me about what you expected and what I should also expect moving into SOLA. And a lot of these other places, you meet somebody who is maybe a temporary manager for maybe a month or 2 months, and then, because they're constantly changing people. And you don't get that personable, like, welcoming, I feel like. It's not personable. They don't worry about you as the stylist. And you do that. You make sure that you go above and beyond of what everybody needs. You make sure that when they come in, they know that what you expect from them, but they also know what they expect from you in return.
Well, the truth is, so these facilities, whether they're fully furnished or not, they're very expensive to build today.
Yeah.
My newest location is just about to turn 4. And we built that during the pandemic.
I remember that.
And man, listen, it was in fact a nightmare. It just was, and not for any reason other than it was the pandemic. Folks were shut down. Folks were not getting out. Certain elements of our build out were not available.
Yeah.
So I don't think anybody else does, or I'm not fully aware of it. But we put sound dampening in all the walls.
Nobody else does it.
Well, but that does not create soundproof studios.
Yeah.
But theoretically, you can't work in a soundproof studio because it's sensory deprivation, right?
Yeah.
And so if you do, you're going to kind of leave something behind every day that, enough consecutive days, and man, you've left a lot behind.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if there's any, I don't know if you get that back or not. But it does muffle, it's been my experience that salon professionals, God bless them.
We're loud.
It's a chatty bunch,
yeah.
depending upon the service, but it's a chatty bunch. Hairstylists in particular I have found to be pretty chatty, which it's no problem, but then they turn on a hairdryer.
Yeah.
And they do not break stride, man. They just become a louder chatty bunch. And but we have found that this dampening really does, it really does help. And well, I mean, you lived it, so.
Yeah. No, it helps a lot because I've been, I've gotten services at other locations that I will not mention, but I've always talked about them. And you could hear how loud it gets. And this is me getting a facial and hearing the girl that's next door, and it sounds like they're laughing in the suite,
Yeah.
And it's not relaxing at all. But going, like when I go to Mercy to get my services with her, you could maybe hear some of the muffled sounds from the hairstylist that's next to her, but it's very like.
But they are in fact muffled,
yeah,
which is the whole point.
Yeah, and you could barely hear them unless you're really paying attention or you're being nosy. But even then, you still cannot make out what they're saying. And other places, you could make out what they're saying. You could hear the whole conversation,
Well,
like if they were in there.
Well, understand that, the build out of Solo, the layout of the studios, the hallways, everything has been, tweaked, retweaked, retweaked over 20 plus years.
Yeah.
And so I think, they've got it down to a pretty good science. And
yeah. And one of the things at your newest location, which is Stone Oak, what I love about that one is that the non-hair, because it's not just for estheticians, but your non-hair area.
Correct.
That it has a separate entrance. And that's the one thing that I'm like, man, if anybody is looking to get into a space where they need the quietness, that's a location to get into.
Well, so again, so it's a hallway inside of Solo that has 4 studios that are designated for non-hair, and they're built out that way with an upper cabinet, a lower cabinet, utility sink, plenty of room for your bed and tools or machines or whatever it is people use. But those 4 studios, again, the timeline in which we built that out, there was just a lot of stuff that just was not available. And actually, my GC ended up driving, hours to go get the right materials.
No way.
In a timely fashion. And so what the net result is, those studios kind of have an upgrade of sound dampening, like call it 3-4 ticks up. And man, those 4 studios, they are almost serene. They turned out really well, but that wasn't because we're so smart. That's because we used what we had access to.
But even then, and I feel the way that everything is just set up in that area, and not just that area, the whole Stone Oak location, even the suites that you have, and there is a double suite that I freaking love, and that I feel like any hairstylist is dumb for not renting this suite, whoever is with another partner. You have one of the biggest double suites in that location.
Not the one in the back.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I love that one.
Construction, I don't care what anybody says. I've lived through 3 of these build outs, and man, it is not an exact science, because especially if you have to demo a space, you just never know what you're going to find.
Yeah.
And I know what studio you're referring to. It's actually available if you want to get back behind the chair.
He always tries to get me back behind the chair, guys.
Yeah. And so, you were a great occupant, and you were a lot of fun because, you mostly worked nights at that time. And I used to sneak in there and scare the hell out of you, which, I was just entertaining me really more than anything else.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I loved it.
He did it a couple times, and man. I'd like to say that I don't scare easy, but that's a lie, because you got me so many times.
I got you several times.
Yeah.
But again, I was just entertaining you, just for the record.
No, and that's the thing. It's fun. And you're not going to get that at any other suites. At least from the people that I know who have suites somewhere else, you're not going to get Scott.
Well, listen, the truth is we're all unique individual personalities. Yes. And, most of my occupants are not most, but all of them are creative types.
Yeah.
And not everybody in the world is wired to be a creative type.
No.
I mean, I'm not a creative type.
But you understand.
Well, I'm good with color and texture, but I can't verbalize it. You have to touch it, feel it, see it. But I'm a girl dad. So the overwhelming majority of my clients are female. And man, you're just not going to move my needle. And I mean no offense by that.
No, yeah.
And you know that I'm a bit of a smart aleck.
Yeah.
But I mean no offense.
Yeah.
And again, I say stuff and I'm just entertaining me.
Yeah, and that's it. I feel like I think that's why we get along, because I know that I'm able to give you shit sometimes, and you're able to do it back. And
sometimes?
I mean, all the time.
Okay.
But I think that I get along with you because of that, because it's not like I don't feel like you're going to get offended or I'm going to get offended. And you're just you're like a big teddy bear.
Well,
and yes, you have your attitude, of course, well, sometimes.
I mean, listen, does everybody inside Solo love me? Probably not. Do I love everybody inside Solo?
Yeah. No, maybe. I'm just kidding.
Well, of course I do.
Of course he does, yeah.
They're my occupants. They're my customers, right?
Yeah, so
but,
you love them all.
Again, it's you got 6,000 square feet and you got 32 different occupants, and you've with 32 different occupants in a creative world, there's really probably about 53 different personalities, right?
Yeah, that's true.
The creative sort. I mean, there's multiple personalities.
Each one.
But I am a girl dad, so you don't scare me.
Yeah. Because you have 2 girls.
I do, and they're great kids. I tease all the time because I seem to always refer to my kids. But
how old are they?
24 and 21.
Oh, man.
So what that means is I've been in business for 11 years, and I get it, and I know how important it is, and I know what can happen if things go sideways in a salon.
Yeah.
And but again, I have great kids. I'm lucky to have them, but I've learned from them quite a bit.
Because I'm sure also they help you in a way that I know you always say that you have one of your daughters is just like you.
She's not just like me. She is
you.
Just like me. And it's scary only for me, but it's scary only for me because, I know what she's thinking before she thinks about thinking about it. So, Yeah. But both my kids are terrific. I'm lucky to have them. And, but yeah, I've learned plenty from them. Yeah. Without a doubt.
Man. So what's one of the things that I know there's obviously horror stories, things that you've gone through as a Sola salon owner, but I feel like you have such a big heart, but you also are very picky on who you bring in, which is really good. But there's times that your big heart is what kind of gets you to bring people in that maybe you shouldn't bring in. Well, and I'm sure there is horror stories, and I'm not going to ask you to give me an example of one or anything, but how do you manage that? Like when something bad happens and you're just like, fuck, I shouldn't have trusted them like this, or I should have done something differently.
Well, I have tightened up the program over 11 years. And listen, if you make an appointment to see much like the salon professional, we also operate scheduled.
Yes.
And we don't. There's no reception area. There's no receptionist. There's no front desk, for lack of a better expression. Inside Solo, there are benches in the hallways for those waiting for a service. But everybody they book their own appointments. They decide their own services and fees, and we're just facility providers, right? Albeit, I hope we're as nice as any. I think we are. I've seen all of them. Yeah. Which sometimes isn't that easy because you tend to get called out. Yeah. If they know me or whatever, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I've got nothing to hide. I operate in a very transparent manner, and yes, no one does a tour without talking to me first, and that's not a. It is a little bit of a controlling thing, but I'm just trying to make it very efficient. So I've got 2 people in particular, Carol and Rick, and I can just tell you now, Sola is not what it is without them.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They are better than awesome, and I am remarkably fortunate to have them, and they are untouchables. Yes. For me. Yes. But so I live in Houston, but I have been here every 2 or 3 weeks, other than the pandemic, for almost 11 years.
Yeah.
And if you think that drive from Houston to San Antonio, it's
not fun.
It is not the Continental Divide.
No.
I tell you that right now. But there are 2 Buc-ee's on the way.
Yes.
And for those of you who know what Buc-ee's is,
Man.
there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
And my body is pretty geared after this period of time to where I have to stop at both of them. And doesn't do much for your waistline. But boy, I tell you what.
But Buc-ee's, man.
They are a cultural phenomenon.
Seriously.
And we can all learn something about marketing our business through them.
Yes.
Because they're some of the greatest marketers anywhere.
So talking about Buc-ee's, are you originally from Texas?
I'm originally from Tennessee.
Tennessee.
I was born and raised in Memphis.
Okay, so do they have a Buc-ee's? Because I know there's a couple of states who have a Buc-ee's, right?
I think they are building one in Tennessee.
Okay.
I think I'm right. But no, I did not grow up knowing anything about this.
So when what was your experience when you came to the first Buc-ee's?
I blew my mind.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my God. Like I say, they're marketing geniuses.
Yeah.
They really are. And I think one of the original guys lives in Houston.
No way.
I think so.
Oh man.
And but yeah, I am fascinated. I've been doing it, like I say, every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
For 11 years.
Dang. Yeah,
and,
that's just.
I'm blown away every time I walk into one.
It's just.
I really am.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
I just stopped at one last week. I was on my way to Austin, and like. The fact that they're so packed,
it's unbelievable.
Like all the time.
Yeah,
I feel like probably Disneyland doesn't even have as many visitors in a day, like in and out. You know,
I don't know, but I mean, yeah. It again. I'm astonished after 10, 11 years. Every time I see it, I'm astonished.
Yeah, because everything is.
And there's one in Katy, Texas, which is if I'm coming here, the first stop. They have the best car wash I have ever driven through.
No way.
It's unbelievable.
Is it like also as big as all their...
I may be making this up, but I don't think I am. I read it somewhere. I think it's the longest car wash in the United States.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go to it.
It's unbelievable. It really is.
Yeah. I feel like you have to experience Buc-ee's no matter...
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
If you come to Texas, you have to experience Buc-ee's.
Well, being from Memphis, the big thing that they really... market heavily is the barbecue, the brisket, and all that stuff. Well, I'm from Memphis, and we have a different idea of what barbecue is. And people from Memphis do not think that barbecue is white bread with brisket on it and sauce.
Yeah,
that's not what barbecue is to us.
What is barbecue to you guys?
Well, it's typically pork, and it's pulled pork, and it's cooked in starts I think with molasses. It's a sweeter. It's a sweeter barbecue than because I don't eat spicy, so even at my size, I know it's hard to believe. But so yeah, it's a sweet. I think it's more of a sweet,
taste. Okay.
Than it is a spicy.
Yeah, because here is different. That is different. Yeah. Also for me,
right.
Man. Okay, so obviously having the 3 locations, going back to owning Sola. Do you plan on having any more locations here in San Antonio?
I'm looking, but the real estate market in San Antonio is
horrible.
It's just not cooperating at all.
Yeah.
And this is true. So 11 years ago, when I was looking for space, I found one, and I put in multiple calls to the landlord, or my broker did, multiple calls. I'm still waiting for the call 11 years later, and that exact space is still empty.
No way.
So, yeah.
Do they not want to?
This I can't understand. Again, my brother, who's older than I am, and he's got a feel for this stuff, and he just doesn't understand it at all.
Yeah, like why would you want something empty for so long?
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Because I know with every location, I feel so your Galleria Oaks location, that
was my first.
Your first location. But that location is, I always remember because I freaking loved her. Texas Balayage used to be at that location.
Right.
And that is somebody who I followed from the beginning of my career.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that. Yeah, she was super nice. She was there for a number of years. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. So I remember I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to rent from the guy who has Texas, Balayage. Like that was like my biggest like flex, I think, at that time.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that. I mean, I cannot tell you what I had for lunch yesterday,
Yeah.
but I vaguely remember that, 8, 9, 10 years ago, whatever it was.
Oh my gosh, it's been so long.
But and that's the age of, or that defines the age of social media.
Yeah.
Which I'm not a big.
I know you hate it.
I'm not a big fan of it, and just for one really simple reason that's all my own, is that anybody can post anything at any time, and the truth is just not necessarily a part of the program, and that really, you can ruin somebody with this social media.
And I mean, we've seen it,
Right.
we've seen it, and a lot of us who know you, who know what solo's like, we know what we should believe, and we know the truth. I feel like in a lot of instances, and for me, it's if you've never been a solo tenant, then you are no one to be commenting on anything that you see on social media.
Well, that's just true with anything, it seems to me. Firsthand experience. I mean, listen, again, does everybody love me? No. Do I blame them? No. There's moments of any given day where I'm not that crazy about me either, to be honest with you. But, if I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And if I don't do it, I simply forgot.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a lot older than multiple, in many cases, several of my tenants combined their ages, right? So I just forgot. And all you got to do is, send a text. Hey, man, I don't have this yet.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, well, hell, I forgot.
But even then, you're so good at when something goes wrong at Sola, even if it's on a weekend, and that's one of the things that I also always talk about. It's if something breaks on a Sunday, you're going to get it fixed as fast as you can if it's fixable right away.
Well, I think what people need to understand is that really I'm playing defense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the old nursery rhyme, and I tell this to everybody that calls. One thing that any of these professionals, when they're looking around, and I encourage people to look elsewhere.
Yeah.
I really do, because, again, I don't beg people to come there, and I don't beg them to stay. I mean, if you have to do either one, the writing's on the wall, right? But the old nursery school rhyme, the ankle bone's connected to the shin bone. And these facilities have a lot of water, they have a lot of electricity, and they have a lot of air conditioning. And man, it's just human nature. If one thing goes wrong, it's going to parlay into something else, and I try to prevent that. And yes, I know why other operators do not. And anyone looking for a place for Sola or a place like Sola, there's really, to me, the number one question should be, okay, Mr. whatever it is or Ms. whatever it is, what's your maintenance program for these facilities? And I can just tell you, and if you can ask any occupant, current occupant or past occupant, and if they're telling you the truth, they will tell you that guy's a smart ass, but if there's a problem, he wants to know about it as soon as you know about it. And yes, more times than not, I've got somebody there the same day for one simple reason. Well, two reasons. One, I'm playing defense to protect the facility. And two, in my agreement, I'm obligated to keep a clean, fully functional facility for everybody. I mean, do we have problems? Of course we do.
But
because everybody knows the water in San Antonio, man, it's the devil.
Yeah.
And the devil part is, water in general runs, it ruins, and the devil part is that it's silent. Mm-hmm. And man, that'll put you out of business in a hurry.
Yeah.
And plus, all my facilities are fully sanitized 6 days a week.
Yeah.
Thank God, Carol, Rick, both of them, they are almost. They seem to me to be a little bit of germophobic, and I'm a little bit like, you can't tell by looking at me, but I'm a little bit like that too. But we're obligated to provide clean, fully functioning facilities,
and always,
I can't control the people that come in there.
I mean,
and even more importantly, I cannot control who they bring in.
Yes.
And we're constantly playing defense, but it's worked out well. I have been remarkably lucky. I've got some great occupants. I don't have to like them.
They're easy to like.
I'm lucky that I do like them.
Yeah.
Most of them anyway. Yeah. And but my number one takeaway since all of this started, and I've been getting my hair cut my whole life. I used to have a lot more hair to cut than I do now. But my number one takeaway, and I'm not kidding, I'm not exaggerating, and again, I'm very transparent and I don't say things just to hear myself say them. But my number one takeaway is what it takes to be successful when you're a service provider, whether it's hair, skin, or whatever it is. And that is, these occupants, if they want to be successful, you just don't lease a studio and people will show up. It doesn't work that way. You guys work, your asses off.
Yeah.
And it's a full body experience for you as well. You're on your feet typically, ankles, knees, hips, hands, wrists.
For sure.
The hands, the wrists, the elbows, the back.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. And I've got a horrible back, so I'm very, very sensitive to it, and my heart goes out. But well, number one, I've been involved in several different things, but I've never been involved with anything that I had the passion for what my occupants have for what they do. And I guess that feeds the creative part of their brain that I wish I possessed.
Yeah.
But I've just never witnessed that. It's just so impressive. It really is.
Yeah.
It blows my mind. And again, if anybody who is successful, they didn't become that by not hustling.
Yeah, it's the hard work.
I've seen people fill their books full in a year's time off of Instagram, which just blows my mind.
It's insane.
Yeah, I've been yelling at my kids to get off their damn phones for I can't tell you how long.
And now you're like, wait, you have to, especially when you're running a business, you have to be on social media. You have to either be consistent or know, if you're not consistent, know exactly what to post, know when to post, know at what time, know what comes with it,
Well, I'm the first to admit that I might be the worst poster in the history of Instagram or social media.
Yeah.
I don't have the patience for it. And again, just inherently it bothers me. But my kids, listen, they're all over that stuff. And you've helped me with that. I've got other folks that help me with that. But again, I encourage people to look around, but I am overwhelmingly confident. And, I think
once you come here,
I think you'll back me up.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Oh, no, of course. Like I said, I always talk about Sola. I always talk about you because I feel like you gave me an opportunity that nobody else was willing to give me.
Reluctantly.
Yeah.
A little. I say that.
No, but
it had nothing to do with your personality. Because if it was just personality alone, well, then there would have been nothing to think about.
Yeah.
Right? You're great.
Yeah, but I remember you even asked Javier, my husband. You even asked him like, "Are you sure she could do this?"
Well, of course, I meant it. I wasn't being ugly.
I know that.
Good God, because listen, so I guess the next segment of your program here.
Yeah.
So the things that I do for those who sign an agreement, and just know, again, I am old. Even for Sola, I'm old school Sola in that we provide on the front end. I do give 4 free weeks. Which I don't think anybody else still does that. Now, they might
They might if they hear what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
So I also write a check to the distributor of your choice, the occupant's choice. I don't care. For $400 to put retail product on your shelves. And that's simply me putting my money where my mouth is. So, and I've done it twice now. The first time is because there's 2 points of retail shelving in every studio.
Yes.
And then the second time is I'll write a check to the distributor of your choice to put retail product on your shelves.
Yeah.
It's just all there is to it. I mean, I'm not the smartest guy, but I know the value of selling retail product.
Yeah.
If for no other reason, I'm a girl dad, and they have never come home without a bag of something.
Yes.
And I will also say, in my own defense, I'll toot my own horn. I can buy the same stuff they buy, and I can buy it wholesale, but I never do that because I know that that's part of that professional's.
How you make your money.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. It's anybody who chooses not to do that or to come to Sola when you offer. For me, man, when you said that, and again, starting out fresh in a whole different state, I was like, man, $400 worth of product. Like that could get me so much,
Well, I mean, you should make at least $400 off of it, right?
Yeah.
But some people, they don't like the selling part, and my response to that is always, listen, I'm not going to tell you how to run your business. I'm not going to tell you how to operate.
You're losing on money.
But there's really no sales involved. I mean, if you sell what you use,
Exactly.
you just hand it to them and say, you need this.
Yeah. And that's exactly how it should be. And I think
Right.
anybody who's fresh, like out of beauty school, you think, well, I don't like to sell. You're not selling.
You're not.
Because you're using the product. As you're using the product, you're literally telling them, this is what I'm using because of this. And this is what you need to for your hair to stay the same way.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
How much is it? Here you go. You have it right there.
That's all there is to it. And, you're not selling them anything. No. It's a continuation of the service you just provided, really.
Yeah, especially if you're spending so much money on your hair is not cheap. And I'm sure now I'm sure you know this now too, dealing with hairstylists and nail techs and estheticians, none of the services are cheap. So you want to keep up with it.
Well, but what I also know, and I've seen it, their expenses, have gone up.
Big time.
Because stuff that they used to call them $8, product or utensils or whatever it is, down to foils, used to cost them $8 is now $28.
Yes.
And I get it. But I also tell folks that, you move into Sola and you cycle through your clientele, and it turns out with the sound dampening and the build out and the cleanliness and all that, make no mistake, you can raise your prices and get away with it. I'm not saying you don't gut your clientele.
No, but you
got to be smart about it.
Yeah.
And they have to understand, especially if you came from a traditional salon, that your overhead has either just been created or has gone up significantly. And we got to make ends meet. And listen, the girls historically in my life, they are very loyal.
Yeah.
To their stylist or lady who does their facials or waxing or whatever it is. I get that. And
as a guy, are you not?
Oh yeah, I've been going to the same lady that cuts my hair for, long time.
Oh dang!
And she's great.
Yeah,
she's great.
Because you couldn't trust anybody else, right?
Well, that's not a matter of trust. If I don't like somebody, why do I want to sit in front of them for 40 minutes, especially when they have scissors in their hands, right? So that's self-preservation.
Yeah.
And she actually just recently moved from a traditional salon and into a studio or suite is what everybody calls them. So Sola originally was Sola Salon Studios, which but suite, everybody now it's a salon suite concept.
Yeah.
Whatever. But
I like studio better. It sounds more like bougie.
Well.
than suites. I feel like suites, everybody's trying to pop up with their suites.
Well, I hope a little bit of Sola, a little bit of it's maybe more bougie than other places, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Bougie. I'm too old for bougie. But my kids are not too old for bougie.
Yeah.
Well, they are. They tease about it.
Yeah.
Right? They're really not. They were raised differently. They're not really bougie per se. But selling retail I think is just a major function of success for any salon professional. But that's my opinion.
It is because I always tell that's the one thing, even as a bookkeeper, that's the one thing that I always tell any stylist. Your money makers are not always doing the hair because your cost of product is a lot. And you might make a few dollars or however much, but your money maker is your retail. No matter what, that's where you're going to make your money. It's in your retail.
Well, this is my view, and again, it's only my view. Well, it's not only my view, but it is certainly the view that I've acquired over the past X number of years. The end result of anyone that sits in your chair or is on your table or whatever it is, it's a little bit of a given because if the end result wasn't good, well, they would not be a repeat client, right?
Exactly.
So what they're really paying for, it seems to me, what I'm paying for when I get my hair cut, and you're paying for their time.
Yeah.
And some folks value their time more than others, but I think everyone, again, if you have a lot of repeats, you need to value your time higher than maybe you have been.
That's when you raise prices.
Because, don't think that, my cost of living has gone up just as much as yours has, whether it's getting my hair cut or buying eggs or just whatever it is. I'm living the same world that you're living in.
Yeah.
And
so obviously you have to charge accordingly as well.
Yeah. And if you lose clients, well, I will say this. I mean, there's nothing that says you can't fire a client.
Exactly.
I mean, if they don't respect your time, if they don't respect your space, if they don't respect my space,
you better fire them.
I'm teasing them.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, I've had people leave Sola not necessarily because they wanted to, but because of behavior or whatever it is. I mean, listen, I'm in business too. I'm not a greedy guy. I mean, my prices, what I get for studios, sure, has it gone up in the last 10, 11 years? Well, of course it has.
Of course, cost of living.
But it has not gone up barely 10% in the past 10 or 11 years. But I mean, listen, I am for profit and I want to make money. But, my rent escalates certain periods of time, after certain periods of time over the course of the agreement. My expenses have gone up tremendously.
And you also have to be able to keep up with that.
Well, sure. I mean, otherwise I'm not providing you with what you're used to, what you've become accustomed to. And that's also a little bit part of the problem. So again, I do 4 free weeks. I do $400 in product.
Plus you paint the studio.
Yeah, I do believe in personalizing one's space. I mean, listen, it's your space. You're the one that's in there. I'm not. I do flybys.
Yeah.
And if there's a problem, I may go in and look at something. But so I encourage people to personalize it to that end. You'll pick a paint color. We've got a certain paint that we use, but I'll buy the paint. I'll get your studio will be painted for you.
Yeah.
If you have something heavy that you want put on the walls, which I encourage, but I'd say that more than 9.5 times out of 10, I'll have Rick will install it, and for no other and you might be very handy, and I mean no offense. But for the simple reason is, if I know if we install it wherever you want it,
it'll be right.
It's not coming down until we take it down. Right.
Yeah.
A wall mount, certain type of wall mount is required. A TV, there's some, there's specifications.
Yeah.
Nothing bigger than 32 inches, has to be a smart TV. I used to have cable boxes. That was just an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
Dealing with, spectrum, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So now everything, I've got an abundance of bandwidth that really, knock on wood, literally.
It works awesome.
Knock on wood. It really does.
Because that's what I used to, I love that too, because my clients would come in, what show do you want to watch? And that's what I would put on Netflix or, whatever it was.
You're not alone. That's the whole point, right? Create your own environment.
Yeah.
So again, 4 free weeks, $400 in product, hang, paint, install, pull, push, pinch, whatever it is. And then lastly, per my agreement, you're required to carry certain limits of both general and professional liability insurance.
Yeah.
And I'm of the opinion, everybody knows a lawyer these days.
Oh, yeah.
And I have not met many lawyers that didn't think they were the smartest guy in the room. Mm-hmm. And so I strongly encourage, whether you're inside Solar or anywhere else, you need that protection in today's world. You just do.
Yeah.
And my agreements are a very typical state of Texas occupant, tenant landlord agreement, which really ultimately that's the relationship.
Yeah.
And a lot of these agreements, I hate the agreements are 7 or 8 pages and there's nothing but legalese.
Yeah.
And it makes me nauseous and gives me a headache too.
Yeah. But you have to read them.
Well, you should. But I can tell you what they say when you boil it all down in a very raw manner. What it says is, as the landlord, I can do what I want, when I want, because I want, and as the occupant, you cannot.
Yeah.
That really is what they say.
Yeah, that's what it boils down to.
But getting back to, I think I mentioned in the beginning, is that what I've learned is this is a much more hands-on, personal relationship.
Yeah.
And listen, you've got kids, and you've got overhead, and you've got groceries, and you've got cars, and you've got same stuff everybody else does, including me. And, I just want people to be happy, successful. And in most cases, I prefer they do it inside Solo.
Yeah.
But if it's not your bag, then okay. Then
bye. I'm just kidding.
Well, God bless
No.
you. But be happy.
Yeah.
Life's short, man. I don't sign to anybody that walks through the door.
Yeah.
And I hope my current occupants recognize that they benefit from that.
They do. I feel like I know not all of your occupants, but I know a lot of
a good number of them.
And I know that everybody that I know is very happy there. One of the things that I love is how everyone has something positive to say about you.
Wow.
At least all the people that I surround myself with.
Well, that's nice to hear. I don't really.
And I know you don't.
I don't absorb that very well, but it's very kind and that's nice.
Yeah, and I know you hate compliments. I understand. I know that, but I hope that you do know that there is so many tenants at all 3 locations that just love you, and that love everything that you do, because you are somebody who takes care of their tenants. And
I mean, listen, and I hate to say this.
You're obligated, but you're still.
It's more than that.
Yeah.
It's more than that.
It's not just it's not an obligation. I feel like you go above and beyond.
Well, I've been remarkably fortunate. All 3 facilities. So one's, a little over 10, one's a little over 7, and then one's a little over 4. I tell you what, the majority of the folks in all 3 locations have been there damn near since I opened.
Yeah. I know Mercy has been one that has been there for...
Let's not mention her name again, because I don't want her going anywhere. And we're all susceptible to change, you know what I mean? But I'm lucky. She literally walked in, and I will never forget the day she walked in. And that's true with a lot of my folks, because they've been there for so long.
Yeah.
And man, it just wouldn't be the same to walk through there like I do. And I do flybys. I don't hang out for long.
No, you're always just like
periods of time. Well,
everything good? You good?
Yeah. I mean, hey, you happy? Everything cool?
Yeah.
You need anything? Anything not work right? Got an issue? Got a problem?
And that's literally what he does. As he opens, he knocks first to make sure everything's good. And then he opens the door, and that's exactly everything he just said right now. That's exactly what he will ask you.
Well, I guess I'm creature of habit. But yeah, I mean, if you're not happy about something, there's nothing that I won't address.
Yeah.
But if I don't know about it, I mean, I'm not psychic.
You can't fix it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But honest to God, yes, I'm the first touch, and if there's an issue, and you will always have direct contact with me, whether you like it or not. I'm the first stop.
Yeah.
And some people don't like it at all. Well, okay, then
bye.
Well, I don't know about bye. I'm not quite that.
I know.
I mean, again.
He's nicer than that.
Well,
me, I'd be like, okay, you don't like me, bye.
Well, listen, like I told you, there's some points in the day I don't like me. So I get it, man.
Yeah.
But really, Carol and Rick, man, oh man. I cannot express I don't have the verbal skills to express how much they mean to me.
Yeah.
And how much they mean to Sola, and really how much they mean to everyone at Sola, whether the people at Sola admit it, acknowledge it, or whatever, but they should. And man, they should do what I do every time they see Rick or Carol, and that is say thank you.
Yes.
And in today's world, I'm telling you, stringing those 2 words together.
It means so much.
It means so much. It goes a long way to me. But people are, today's world, they just don't seem capable
entitled
of expressing that. I don't know what you call it, but it's not great.
Yeah. Be more grateful, I think.
And a lot of times, thank you really does go a long way. And that's true anywhere you go and under any circumstance. And I don't care if whoever it is you dealt with pissed you off or not. You would like to think they're there with good intentions and doing the best they can.
Exactly.
And are we perfect? No, I mean, I can't even spell that word.
Yeah.
I don't believe in perfection.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, you're not going to find a group that tries harder than we do.
And he's not wrong.
Now you have to suffer through me being a bit of a smart ass. And really my only defense is that when you hear it, it's very likely that I am also hearing it for the first time at the same time, and I just don't necessarily feel I should be held accountable. Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, because it's before it came out before he even thought if it should come out or not.
Yeah.
So.
Well, a lot of times he probably didn't think whether it should come out or not.
It was just like, bruh.
But I mean no offense.
No.
I mean, listen, do I regret the way I dealt with some circumstances?
Yeah.
Well, of course. I mean, I'm human, right?
But
I make mistakes.
That's what you can like. We all make mistakes. We all do things that we're not proud of sometimes. But at the end of the day, I think everything else that you do is way bigger than one little,
well, listen, people have left solar, like I say, maybe not because they wanted to, but if I get to that point, there's a reason I got there.
You probably already put up with a lot.
And
more.
It's not self-inflicted, and I don't have to share with everybody everything inside Sola that whomever did whatever. It's irrelevant.
Yeah.
But if it, again, with all that we do, all that we provide, man, if you can't be happy at Sola,
then you're not going to be happy nowhere else.
I wish you all the happiness in the world.
Yeah.
But I probably wish you that happiness to begin same day.
Yeah.
Although in my agreement, I think I get 48 hours before you are to plan your exit strategy.
And and one of the things too that people don't realize when, there's people who might say, well, it's cheaper here or whatever the case might be, right?
I get it.
But one of the things that they don't see and they don't realize is you don't have to buy furniture. You're not paying for water, electricity, Wi-Fi. Like, you're not paying any of that. You're literally just bringing your tools into Sola. You get $400 of free product. You get 4 weeks of free rent. Like, it
almost sounds like I trained you well.
Yeah.
I'm teasing. You were pretty complete.
Yeah.
Minus the clientele.
Yeah.
The first day I met you. But the truth is, but that's the whole, that's the philosophy that I was raised on when we first started this business.
Yeah. And I've always told you, if I ever did go behind the chair for whatever, whether it be hair or anything else, I'd choose Sola all over again.
Well.
I mean, and he said I wouldn't be alive if I didn't.
Well, no,
I did
not. I did not threaten your life. I did threaten to haunt your life.
Yes.
There's a difference. I never get physical, but I can get emotional. And yes, I would haunt you.
Yes.
There's no question about that. But yeah, I mean, again, I'm very fortunate. A lot of my locations have a good number of folks who've been there for years. I never take them for granted. I never take it for granted. Carol and Rick never take anyone or anything for granted. But again, thank you goes a long way.
Yeah.
And I don't expect it. It's all cool.
Yeah.
I tell folks, if we get to the point where everything that I told you was going to happen has not happened, then I forgot something.
Yeah, so remind me.
All you got to do is tell me, and everyone has, to my chagrin, 24/7 access, and it just blows my mind that I'm old, man. I go to bed pretty early, but I'm up really early.
Yeah. We're opposite in that because I go to bed very late.
Yeah, and you text me at,
I know not
9:30, 10:30, 11:30 at night, and I'm thinking, what the hell is she doing up?
Oh, man. But he wakes up really early, and I don't wake up as early.
Right. Yeah. I'm up before most folks, but, that's my time of day. I'm drinking my coffee, and I have nobody asking me for anything. I've got nobody yelling at me.
See, and for me, it's the opposite. At night, my kids are asleep. I don't have to deal with anybody asking me to do anything. So that's my time to just okay.
Well, so with my kids, one lives, they both, for the most part, live pretty far away.
Yeah.
And but even they know that, man, come 9:30, 10 o'clock, the answer may not be the answer you want.
The answer will be, why are you calling me this late?
Well, I don't know if those are probably not the exact words that I would choose.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely a morning. Well, not a right in the morning person, but I mean, listen, we rarely say no to our occupants, and I appreciate what they have to go through to be successful.
Yeah.
And but I hate to say no.
Yeah.
And I really do lose sleep when I do say no. It bothers me. But it's really very simple. Again, it's not that hard. It's not that complex.
Yeah.
I'm not that smart.
You're very smart.
Not really. But what I'm good at is making you think I'm smart.
Oh, see, then that's
I'm kidding.
See, that's smart then.
Well, I don't know.
No.
But if I do say no, the reason is probably simple.
Yeah.
Is that if I do it for you, I'll put myself up to having to do it for everybody
else.
And it just may not be feasible.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's not a bottomless pit.
Yeah.
And it's tougher for me than it's ever been. It's tougher for you than it's ever been. And I get it. So I'm not a greedy guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, return on investment, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And you need a return on your investment, time,
Yeah.
product, whatever it is.
Yeah. So obviously it's you want to see them grow because their growth is also good for Sola.
Again, I didn't know what I didn't know when I started,
Yeah.
but what I know now is, and it's just the truth, whether I like them or not, I just have immense respect for those who go the distance because I know what it takes.
Yeah.
And it's just really impressive to be able to exercise that passion that you have for, that creative part of your brain.
Yeah.
It's got to be so satisfying, and I'm not sure I've even ever accomplished that. To be honest with you, I mean, it's just very impressive,
Yeah.
and I mean, my kids will tell you I'm a crier by nature, so I can just cry thinking about it. Guy my size crying it's not a pretty sight, but it's just the truth.
Yeah.
The passion and being able to fulfill that, the need. It blows my mind. It really does. It's just very impressive.
Yeah, and I think that's what's
satisfying.
Great. So, 3 locations.
3 locations, trying to do more, but man, the real estate gods don't seem to be breathing in my favor.
I feel like they're and San Antonio is growing tremendously right now at a rate that is so fast, and it's like just buildings are going up. Even where I live in an area where it was all trees. And now there's so many buildings coming up. There's new things coming up. There's a Dollar Tree that just opened across the street from where we live. And I'm just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's insane.
It is. I mean, Houston's not a whole lot different. And, you drive in between Houston and San Antonio, man, you can see they're putting stuff up everywhere. You're like, golly, who operates that? What's it doing here? And, I-10, like I say, it's not the Continental Divide, baby. I mean, it's not warm and fuzzy at all.
Oh man. So now you have. Is there suites available?
I do.
Are you looking for hairstylists or injectors?
I would love hair. I've got an injector in one of my locations.
That's awesome.
And man, if I can get 2 more, one in each location, I would love it.
Galleria has an injector.
And she is wonderful.
She's awesome.
There's a little shout out, I guess. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, shout out.
Am I too old for that?
No, you're good.
I think I'm too old. Yeah, Audrey is fantastic.
Yes.
But I mean, she's, she is what, again, we were trained to think of as a Sola pro.
Yeah.
She's really great. I mean, personable, years of experience.
And she's a registered nurse.
She's a registered nurse.
That's the best.
And so listen, the worst thing can happen is somebody comes in, gets a service, and gets hurt or scarred or, God forbid, whatever it is, right? So, we tend to try to vet people out as best we can. And when I say we, it's typically me.
Yeah.
But I make mistakes. I mean, I'm human, right?
Yeah.
But I tell you what, she's great.
And you have Amy there, too. I love Amy.
Amy Whitaker?
Yes.
She's the best.
Yeah.
She is great. She really is. She's funny as hell, too.
Oh my gosh, she is.
Her post, she's hilarious.
Man, she is one of the. She's going for an award with Behind the Chair for this year. So this is also a shout out to her. So vote for her for the funniest videos on Instagram, on social media.
Yeah, she
is funny.
She is one of a kind,
Yeah.
and she's a pro's pro. And man, I will do anything I have to do in order to
She's actually going to be on the podcast.
Oh, is she?
Yes.
You got her to agree to it?
Yeah.
Didn't take you very long.
Nope. Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. She really
awesome.
is.
Man, she is awesome.
She is personality plus, and from what I'm told, she is very good at what she does.
Oh yeah, she's amazing.
She's great. She's got a great sense of humor.
Yeah.
She's got she's an adult, right?
Yeah. So she's someone you guys need to follow. But
I
know
agree.
you have locations available right now at all 3 locations, or just
I do have at all 3. So if you take it from south to north, Sunset Ridge, which is it's on North New Braunfels. I do have a couple of studios there. I've got one studio for sure for hair.
Yeah.
And then at Galleria Oaks, headed north, which is inside of 1604 between Thousand Oaks and Broke Hollow. I've got a couple of studios for Well, actually, I've got a couple studios. I've got
For
two for
non-hair,
hair, and I think I've got two for non-hair.
Yeah.
And when I say non-hair, again, esthetician, injector, whatever it is.
Yeah. Not at that one, though, because you already have an injector.
Yeah, no injectors
No
at
injectors
Gallery Oaks.
yeah.
and I really, I don't need 15 lash people in one location. And nothing against lash people,
Yeah.
but,
You can only have so many of each.
right,
Yeah.
all of these facilities, and I really don't care what anybody else tells you, all of these facilities have hairstylists in mind, right?
Yeah.
One of the reasons we got in this business, and my brother said it, I think, you cannot get your hair cut on the internet.
Nope.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
And it's just the truth.
Yeah.
And so they're all designed for hairstylists. And yes, I think all of them have that flexibility to bring in a non-hairstylist. But I've got a couple studios that were they have been non-hair from day one.
Yeah.
No one has ever done hair in them.
Oh, dang.
And at one point, I think TDLR and listen, that's my governing body. That's your governing body.
Yeah.
Everybody inside Sola's TDLR
Yeah.
licensed. That's all there is to it. And I've lost people because they weren't TDLR licensed. And to me, that's maybe a false sense of security, but a little bit of a safety net. So, but yeah, so Galleria Oaks, I've got a couple for hair and two for non-hair. At Stone Oak, I've got a double available.
Yeah. That one's a huge double, guys. It's not something small.
Huge.
Yeah.
It is huge.
And it's beautiful.
I'm not sure.
I mean, they're all, I think.
Objective.
Well, so I think they're all really beautiful, but for some reason, that suite has always stood out for me because of how big it is. It's one of your biggest suites, I believe.
But because of building it out during the pandemic, so the chairs and so a double is there's two sets of there's two of everything, shampoo bowl.
This one also has two sinks, though, right?
It's got two shampoo bowls. It's got 4 points of retail shelving. It's got 2 tall pantries. It's got two of everything, and the chairs are actually COVID protocol, which I think at the time was 7 feet apart. I think, if I remember correctly. I think I'm right. So studio turned out big.
Because of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And truthfully, it's just the truth. Double studios are more difficult to lease now than they ever have been.
Yeah. People don't want to be with each other. Just kidding.
And I'm very transparent. Well, I think it's a legitimate, somewhat concern from the pandemic.
Yeah.
I guess. But any double that I have, I think would be COVID protocol.
Yeah, because they all have enough space in between.
Right.
One of the things too, like that I do see it's a lot of collaboration between your tenants within each other, and always trying to either give clients to one another if somebody's not there. That's one thing that I feel it's something that Sola has created for them to be able to work within each other and be able to support one another in a lot of their businesses. And I feel you do a good job in vetting them so that they could.
Well, I think that's a phenomenal, really happy byproduct of not just signing anybody that walks through the door. I think that's pretty I mean, I am aware that has gone on, but I think that a lot of that is self-motivated by those, individual folks. I mean, listen, they're all individual business people, and I don't tell them how to run their business. I tell them how to operate within my business, but I'm equal opportunity, right?
Yeah.
So everybody falls under the same, kind of guidelines, if you will. TDLR definitely sets those parameters to some extent, but at the same time, I mean, I think it's wonderful that they would interact in a very positive, fashion.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, listen, I don't have a lot of tolerance for drama. And again, I'm a girl dad, so I understand drama. But I just. Does it still occur? Yeah, I mean, to some extent. But I tell you what, they're pretty good at covering it up if I'm there.
Yeah.
Which is
They're
fine.
better.
Which is, no, I don't know about that. Don't make me sound like I'm so threatening.
No, but no, I think they know that you don't like the drama. So, and it stays out of Sola, I feel like. And if, I don't think, at least when I was there, I never experienced any drama. Like there was no drama. There was nothing, everybody kept to
I
themselves.
think it's there a little bit. And listen, there's plenty of occupants.
Yeah.
It's a turnkey
girls.
gig, right? Well, I didn't say that.
Yeah, I did because
Yeah.
I know how we are.
Well,
Yeah.
I know too.
Yeah.
So I think that I think it's important that they're in a workspace that they feel safe.
Yeah.
And that makes it needs to be their happy place, right?
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause, working your ass off, and
Yeah.
man, if you're not happy there, well,
Yeah.
then find a place that you're happy.
Yeah.
Now you've got an obligation with me, and I have gone above and beyond my obligations.
Yeah.
And I just baseline, I expect you to fulfill your obligations.
And that's all that matters.
That's just the way of the world.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not, like I say, I'm not blazing any new trails here.
Yeah.
But I would like to think that between Carol, Rick, and I hope myself, we treat people extremely well.
You do.
Unless they put us in a position to
Yeah.
not care anymore.
Yeah.
And if I quit caring,
Then that's it. It's done.
then, well, it's just time. I
Yeah.
mean, that means something has gone horribly wrong.
Yeah.
And again, knock on wood, I've been very fortunate.
Yeah.
Most of my folks have been there for some period of time, and I don't want them to leave. That's
Yeah.
all. And I'll never give you a reason to want to leave.
Yeah.
That I'm pretty confident of. It's not always reciprocated, but that's life. I mean, what am I going to do, right?
Yeah. I think that's one of the things is I feel like, again, I always told you the only reason I left was because I was done doing hair.
Right, and
Yeah.
I knew that.
But I don't think not that I don't think, I know that I would have never just left to go somewhere else. It was just, I was done doing hair.
Well,
Yeah.
you call it a threat. I was just kind of expressing reality to you
Yeah.
about, a ghost can haunt people.
Oh yeah.
So I'm
No,
teasing.
yeah.
I'm teasing.
I know he really will haunt me.
Yeah, you probably so.
Yes.
But as you know, at the time when you told me, I told you I'm not happy about this.
Yeah.
I'm still not
I
happy
remember.
about it
I
for
know.
whatever it's worth. It's been how long?
Man, 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
4 years. Oh, 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a dark solar day.
Yeah. But it's still like, I mean, I help with social media now for Sola, and I'm, happy to do it. So I also do want to thank you, Scott, for saying yes to coming on the podcast finally. It took me, a whole year and a few hours on the phone to convince him.
It's not my natural element, but
Yes.
I'm very flattered that you wanted me. I'm flattered that, listen, I hope this is a good platform
Yes.
to express and maybe something good will come of it.
Yeah.
Regardless, I've enjoyed it. And, I love you.
I love you too, Scott.
I'm
Thank you.
fully supportive.
Yeah. You've always been, I'm so
Well,
grateful for that. Yeah.
You're super nice. So
Oh, thank you. So if you guys haven't followed Sola Salon San Antonio, he's on Instagram, also on Facebook. And if you're looking for a suite, you could just go on solasalons.com and just look up the location. And you could also call Scott at...
I do answer the phone.
He does.
What's my number? 210-488-3399.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. But you could call him, schedule a tour, and, he will not personally be giving you the tour.
Well, that's not all. If I'm here,
If
then
he's here,
I'm
yes.
happy to.
Yes. I got the tour from Scott. Yes.
Right.
But I
So-
think that was before Carol also. When I came in, Carol still was not with you. 2019.
Maybe
It was-
that, or maybe she was just getting started.
Yeah, I
But
think so. Because she started, I think, maybe a month or 2 months after
that might be.
Yeah.
But at this point, if I'm here, then
Yeah.
I mean, it's no questions. But I try to arrange to be here
Yeah.
for tours. But a lot of people, they reach out and they want to see it
Yeah.
in the next 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's just very
No, it doesn't
difficult for
happen.
us. Again, you can't get your hair cut with 30 minutes
Yeah.
notice. You can't get your facial
No.
with 30 minutes notice. But we try hard.
Yeah.
And
There's also
so
QR codes on the doors of each Sola.
is there? Well, there
was, right?
I think there is at Galleria Oaks.
Okay, Galleria Oaks location has a QR code that you scan, and it'll create a little request.
I kind of in some cases yes, and a lot of that
we're working on.
But the problem is you can't, people will use the QR code and leave a review.
Oh.
And, you leave
We don't need a review.
Positive reviews are just that.
Yeah.
But, again, if somebody annoys you or pisses you off or whatever, I can't police that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to police that.
No, because that's, at the end of the day, all those reviews you're leaving for your stylist. Remember, if you're a consumer, then the reviews are for your stylist. But if you're a tenant, then
out of self-defense, if you got a bad service, I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with Sola.
Right.
Yes. But thank you so much, Scott, for being on. I'm so grateful for you.
It's very, very kind. Thank you.
Again, don't forget to please follow him. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you.